This video is for those of you who watched my last video, which was the no luggage challenge, but still overpacking. For those of you who don't believe that the capsule wardrobe that I packed could create more than 115 outfits, that's why I'm making this video, to show you that yes, you can get more like 130 at least, maybe even more. All right, so let's see how this is possible. So if you follow my method, you know that I'm going to be packing all of my clothes into those green pants in the back because they have 6 pockets on the front. They actually have 2 hand warmer pockets, but I didn't pack those. Anyways, all the clothes that you're going to see in this video will be able to be packed into those pants. So what are the clothing that I'm bringing? I'm bringing 5 bottoms. And the key to this packing is to find items that are super, super thin so that they fit into your pants. Anyways, we have a satin skirt, 2 pairs of printed pants, capri workout pants, and they're all packed into those cargo pants in the back. All right, the tops, which if you watched my video, the graphic tee is going to be different because the graphic tee I wore in that video is dirty. So I changed it out with a different graphic tee, but it's the same idea. Graphic tee, a purple satin shirt, a black wool blend tank top, a white wool blend t-shirt, and then a sort of black chiffon polyester shirt in the back. All right, then we have 3 layering pieces, a short sleeve cashmere cardigan, a white linen, fake linen vest, and then a polyester sort of shiny black button-down shirt. And the key to layering pieces is to bring them where the buttons button up high enough that you could wear it as a top by itself. That's the key to creating more outfits. All right, so, and then honorable mention is in that video, I had the black hoodie that you see in the front and that red cardigan. I had those stuffed into a neck pillow. So the reason I'm showing you these is because you should be able to get outfits for nearly every type of weather if you use a combination similar to this, but you would have to bring maybe I would bring cardigans versus long sleeve shirts. I would still pack short sleeve and then bring like wool I do when I travel. I don't pack long sleeve shirts. I pack short sleeve shirts with cardigans because you never know when you're going to get hot. And long sleeve, it's way better to bring a cardigan than it is a long sleeve shirt. Just trust me, it's way more useful. Anyways, the hoodie in the back is the one that I wore in the video, and the reason is because it has this little backpack feature that I was able to put like a really thick book and a whole toiletry bag and my charging cube in. So these are ideas, okay? So I don't leave links in my descriptions because a lot of these things are from Temu, but you can just go to Temu or even Amazon and just type in hoodie built-in backpack and something like this is gonna pop up, okay? So you don't need me to hold your hand. You can just describe the thing and then you will find it. Plus the fact that if I leave a link, most of the time these items sell out from specific sellers and then another seller sells them. So it's better for you to look them up anyway. So these are just to give you ideas. All right, now this is the outfit that I wore in the video, and this is how I was able to pack this entire capsule wardrobe. In fact, the wardrobe that I just showed you only took up maybe four and a half of these pockets, and I was able to fit other things like my blanket scarf and my fan in the other pockets. And again, the key is bringing items that are super thin. All right, so let's see some of these combinations. For the green, we're gonna start with the green pants, okay? And for the green pants, I'm gonna count them out, all right, just so that you see, okay? So we have the tops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the regular tops. Now we're going to see the 3 layering pieces worn as tops by themselves. 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to see each of the layering pieces over top the first 5 shirts. 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right, so 23 combinations just with all those tops and the green pants. All right, so you could probably stop this video now because you probably get it. But let's continue seeing outfits because it's fun. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is the capri pants. Now, the capri pants were the most difficult to match with all of these tops because they are so casual. But I need to bring them if I'm going to do something like this because I need pajamas. And also, I love these capris for working out. So I need to bring them, but it's better to bring these than to bring an actual pair of pajamas because if I needed to wear these out, I could. Whereas pajamas are obviously pajamas, you wouldn't wear them out. So these are going to be multi-purpose, even though they don't look super great with all of the shirts, but let's just look. So the t-shirt with the capris is fine for pajamas. This is a bit of a stretch, but I think I could still do it. It would just kind of look like maybe a little dated, like a tunic over a pair of leggings. Remember when that was a look? It's not quite in style anymore, but you could do it. Then obviously the tank top could be worn with the capris as athleisure or as pajamas, right? Same thing with the white t-shirt. And again, this one's a bit of a stretch. And I know the blacks look really different. They don't look that different in real life. Anyway, that's just kind of a boring outfit, and I don't think I'd ever wear it. But you could if you needed to. All right, and then these layering pieces really don't look good, I think, with the capris, but let's go ahead and look at them anyway. See, that just doesn't really go. And that one's, I don't know, really awkward. So I didn't even bother to photograph the layering items over the t-shirts or over the 5 original tops because the layering pieces look so awkward. Anyways, so what we're going to do here is we're going to subtract those 15 options with the all 3 layering pieces over top, all 5 of the shirts makes 15. We're going to subtract that from our total. All right. Now, let's look at the polka dot pants. These look great with all the tops, so I'm going to just sort of shuffle through them. And we already know there's going to be 23 combinations because we saw them with those green pants. But you can see all of these outfits look fine for going out. Maybe not super formal, but definitely you could get away with sightseeing and, you know, shopping, whatever, with these polka dot pants. And there. So that's all the polka dot pants. Is it? Yes. All right, now we're on to the printed pants. These are, I don't know why, these are just a favorite of mine. I like that black running racing stripe down the side. I think it gives it visually some interest. But anyway, we know that we can fit 23 combinations with these as well. And each one of these tops looks great with these pants. Again, not super dressy, but definitely good enough for going to most events and places, and it doesn't look terrible like the capri pants looked. They're just so casual that they didn't look okay with some of those tops. Now, the skirt is my favorite because it is the most dressy, but you notice even with the t-shirt, it just looks kind of punk rock. It looks kind of cool. The purple with the satin, I think that's a really unusual combination. And even though it's unusual, it's still within the red color family. So it is still complimentary, and I think it's a pretty interesting outfit myself. Anyway, that's a pretty basic one. That would be acceptable for most activities. And the t-shirt definitely makes the skirt dress down a little bit. And again, these longer tops I would probably tuck in or do that little trick where you tuck it up into your bra or some other thing just to make it shorter. But, you know, whatever. Here's that. I like that the cardigan with the satin skirt. I think that looks very nice for dinner. This would be nice for sightseeing if it's hot. And then that's like a office outfit right there. So then now we're wearing that shirt as a layering piece. So let's see all the layering pieces with the skirt. And some of these are better than others, right? But you can do all of them. All of them are doable. All right, now we come to the shoes. And you see here I have, well, the sneakers on the right would be what I would be wearing on the airplane. They're all black and they can be worn in a variety of activities. I probably wouldn't wear them to dinner, but I could wear them for mild hiking and definitely if I'm walking all over the place, sightseeing. But they are the shoes that take up the most space. So those are the ones that I would be wearing on the plane. But then all these other shoes I have pushed against the wall just to show you how flat they can be. I would highly recommend figuring out what the weather's going to be when you go and choosing 2 of them. And one of them I would highly recommend choosing flip-flops just because I always bring flip-flops to wear in the shower because I don't like walking around barefooted in hotel rooms. I don't know, it grosses me out. But you do you, boo, all right? So depending on the weather, if it's warm or if it's cold, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of shoes right there that pack down pretty flat. Let's look at all of them laid out. So we have, these are some Prada loafers. These are some fake Louis Vuitton, but they're Moroccan leather. I bought them in Morocco. These are some black Ked sneakers. Then we have Tory Burch flats, fake Hermes that I bought in Morocco, and then flip-flops. All right, so depending on the weather, choose 2 of those. And if you don't care about flip-flops, then don't choose the flip-flops and choose another pair. And the reason I say 2, because if you use my method, you're probably only going to have maybe 2 pockets where you can fit shoes if you're going to be trying to fit all the rest of your stuff. Anyways, these are just ideas for flat shoes. And the reason I'm showing you these shoes as well is depending on what 3 pairs you end up bringing, that multiplies all of the outfits that you would be wearing by 3. So we had 23 top combinations times 5 bottoms, but then we subtracted 15. So 23 times 5 is 115. We subtract the 15 because of those layering pieces don't go with the capri pants very well, right? So we have 100 outfits times the 3 shoes, that's 300 outfits. Now, I don't really count shoes with an outfit as a separate outfit because some of those outfits you're not going to wear with sneakers or you're not going to wear with dressy shoes, you know? So let's just say there's 100 outfits, but do you know that there is a possibility for at least 24? Okay, so we're taking the capris out and we're just keeping the 4 other bottoms in mind, the satin skirt, the 2 printed pants, and then the green pocket pants. There are a hidden 6 more combinations of the tops. So what are those hidden 6 combinations? Well, it turns out every single layer that you have can be worn as a layer over the other layer. So here we have the cashmere cardigan worn over the button-down shirt. It's worn over the vest, and then the vest over the cardigan, the vest over the button-down shirt, then the button-down shirt over the vest, and the button-down shirt over the cardigan. So that's at least 24. You could even, if you didn't mind wearing these over the capris, you could at most get 145 combinations out of everything I've shown you, then times the shoes. That would be 3, what's 45 times 3 is, I can't do math. Oh, yeah, that's like over 400, actually. So anyways, somewhere between 100 outfits and almost like over 500. So anyways, no, 400, over 400 outfits. That's a lot. Anyways, it's possible. And you can do all of this by packing them into pant pockets. Isn't that crazy? All right. So thanks for watching and have a great day and happy travels.